Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a 20-part video series showing you how to create ACC House. Let's get started. So to start, let's open a new architecture template. So click on New, drop down, choose Architecture Template, and then press OK. So we start off at level 1, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to set up the grids. So what we have here is architecture, and on the right side we have grids. You can also type in GR. So let's type in GR. That's the keyboard shortcut, and we're going to create a vertical grid first. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click from below to above in the middle, or where the elevation tags are. So I'm just going to add it right there, and then press escape, and then escape again. Now we have our number 1 grid right here. You can select that, and then after that, CO, that's the copy command under modify, and this is the icon on that. So that's CO. Make sure multiple is checked. So I'm gonna check multiple, and then I'm going to click it again. It's already highlighted, and as you can see, there is a temporary dash line around it. So it's already selected, and then I'm going to move it on the right side because we're going to add in multiple grid lines. So let me put it on the right side, and then I'm going to type in 3640 1343, and this one make it 5500. This is 2000. Press escape, and then escape again. So now we finished with the vertical. Let's do the horizontal. So type in GR again, and then here let's put it from the right to the left and give it some space right here. We could also move this one down, and we could grab all of them and then move it in the middle of the elevation tags. So as you can see, I push it down right here, and then I move it so that we have space here, because we're going to add in some dimensions right here afterwards. But as you can see, after 5 it created 6, but here I want to put a letter. So what you do is just click on multiple times, and then just type in capital A, and then click on the space around it. So now we can type in CO, that's to copy again. Multiple times is already checked because we already done this. And then here, just grab it again, moving it below. Make sure it's 90 degrees so that everything is aligned together. And then now I'm gonna type in 2480. This will be going 1200 next, and then this will be 900 next. Next thing will be 4000. Next will be 2700, and then after that type in 3700, and then here we have 3,500, and then here we can put in 1,400, so 1,400. Press escape and then escape again. And as you can see, we have our grid lines added. What we can do is we could grab one of the grid lines, and as you can see, there's a dash line right there, temporary dash line. It indicates is that once you grab one of this, all of them will be moved. So here I'm gonna move it upwards because it's too much, and I want it to be neatly added right here. So here I'm going to move this one as well to the left side, and then press escape multiple times. You can grab it again and move it to the center so that all elevation tags will be shown. And if we click the view right here, it will show our model once we add everything else. So after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on align dimension or type in DI. We're going to add dimensions on all of our grid lines. So I'm gonna add run here, and it will be consistent. So it will be added multiple times, and as you can see, it's very easy. And then the last thing that you need to do is just click on the space around it, the empty space, and then you can choose where you're gonna put it. So of course, we're gonna put it right here because we're going to add in an overall dimension. We're gonna do the same thing on this one, on the horizontal. So just keep on clicking all the dimensions, set it to the right location, and then click an overall dimension. So now we have our dimensions right here for our vertical, and we have right here on our horizontal. And like I said earlier, we have numbers right here. When we change this to a letter, Revit recognize it, and as you can see, it created the sequence around it. Now that we're done, what we can do is, as you can see, this stuff are overlapping each other. To fix that, you can select this, and you have an add elbow icon right here. So we're gonna click that, and then we're gonna move this one downwards. We're going to do this as well right here and move it somewhere like there. And if you want to add grid bubbles on the right side or on the bottom, what you can do is you select each and every one of them, and it will create the grid bubble as well. So something that you like to do, and for us it's actually beneficial because we're gonna use the grid lines to show it so that we can coordinate to each other when we're doing the video. So here I'm gonna add an elbow again and make sure everything is aligned from the left side. This one as well, and usually it will show you that there's an align. As you can see, that's a temporary dash line, and as you can see, everything looks much better and everything is organized. So now everything is done. What we can do is go to our south elevation. We're going to add our levels. So here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select this. This is level 1. I want to add a ground level. So to add levels, you can do is go to architecture or click this icon or type in LL. So I'm gonna put LL, and here I want to add at least a 500 ground level. And the good thing about adding levels is that once you add a level, it will automatically add the floor plan right here. But if you just copy, so for example here, I'm going to set this one to 3000 only. But if I just select this CO to create a copy, so type in 3000 again, it created a level 4. But as you can see, there's no level 4 created here. So to add that, what you can do is you need to go to View, Plan View, Floor Plan, and then click level 4 and then press OK. Now it created a level 4, and if we go back here, we have level 4 on our project browser floor plan. So those are two different ways of adding levels. So the fast way is, but actually it depends on how many floors are you gonna do. For example, if you create a building, copy command is much faster because you could just copy levels like that. So for example here, I'm just gonna type in CO, copy multiple times. As you can see, it's so fast to add. But as you can see, there's nothing added here on our floor plan, so you just need to do the view and then plan view. But if you're adding just couple of floor plan, better do the level instead, so that you instantly add all of this right there. And of course, we need all our grid to be intersecting, because right now, if our level 4 and then this grid is lower down, it's not intersecting above there. As you can see, there's no grid line showing here. But if you move it up, as you can see, the grid lines is intersecting. So now we're gonna change this name to ground floor. Make it all caps. Would you like to rename corresponding views? Yes, because I want it to change right here. So yes. So you can see it changed there. And here we need to change this to 3. Or you can put it at roof depending on what you want. So as you can see, level 3 was changed. If you say no, it won't change right here, but you will only change it on this side. So now I don't want this one. So let's add an elbow again so that everything is showing properly and nothing is interfering. So you could read your model perfectly. We're gonna go to each and every elevation to see if everything is intersecting, and then the elbow is created properly. This one is good already. And just quickly review everything. This one is not intersecting, so we're gonna pull it down and then move this one right there. So now our level is done. We could go back to our level 1, and then we're going to save this project. So I'm gonna click on save and save it to the folder that you want to. So now that I chose the location, you could put whatever name you want. So I'm just gonna put house, and then here, before you click save, click on option. This is the maximum backup that you can create on your project. If you're a beginner, leave it at 20, so that if ever you have problem, you can always come back to the older save model. So here, if you're If you're beginner, 10 to 20, intermediate around 5 to 10. If you're an expert, maybe you could put it at 1 to 5. But it's always good to have um, more backup just in case that something went wrong. You can always come back to that. So for me, I'm gonna set it to around 5 to 10, or I'm gonna just put it to 10 just to be sure that everything will be good. And then press OK, and then press save. So now let's add in an exterior wall. So go to your architecture, click on wall, and now we have basic generic wall 200 millimeters. In newer versions, what we have is something like this that is pre-installed already with everything on it. So you can choose one of this and then edit, duplicate, and you could just put exterior wall number 1. Press OK and then click on edit. You can then now delete the exterior side and then the interior side, but you cannot delete the core boundary, structure, and core boundary. Those are the things that will stay here. So now I'm going to delete this, and as you can see, this one will be grayed out once you go on these layers. So delete all of this. What you can do is change the thickness to 200 millimeters and this one to be somewhat white material. So I'm going to always choose gypsum wallboard and then press OK. OK again and then OK. So now what we can do afterwards is we have base constraint level 1. We want it to be up to level 2. So here, top constraint, we need to change this to level 2, and as you can see, you can also do this right here at the top. So whatever you change at the top will be changed right here under your properties, and whatever you change in your properties will be changed here as well. But here, well, there is more, like the location line. We want it to be center line, chained is already checked, so that's good. And we could now select, or we could add walls onto our drawing. So now what we could do is we could add a wall. So let's add from A1 up to A5. Go down to all the way to G5. Go across here up to G3. Go down again to I3. So leave that one there, but press escape because we need to click on H3 going across here up to H number 1. But before we do that, we need to go just 3,000. So around 3,300 or 3,000 is good enough. So you can type in 3,000 and then press enter. And as you can see, it created that notch. And we're going to add this all the way to the I grid line. Go across to I1 and then move it back to A1. Press escape multiple times. Then after that, we need to add again a wall, an exterior wall. So we could select this and then type in CS. So CS is under modify and this is the icon. It's create similar. So basically, if you have anything that is already added, if you click that and then type CS, you'll be able to add it instantly. You don't need to go to architecture and click wall and all of those stuff. So it's a fast way. It will make your it will basically make you more efficient. So I'm gonna select that CS, and I'm going to select here G4 all the way to D4, and then going across right here up to D2, going above right here up to the C2, and going across right here around 2000, around 2000. So type in 2000 along the C grid. So I'm just gonna do that. CS again, just type in 2000 and then go up right here and then close it off to B1. So we just went across here 2000, go up to the grid line B, and then finish it off at B2. So some of this wall we will need to change it later on, but for right now just leave it like that, because we're going to set the boundaries first. It's easier to set those and then create everything in the inside and before we do the outside, because it's easier to just change it later on. So thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.